Game number 2 of VWO50 versus BN. BN in the red. Ragnar, Gearing, Harugamo, Ragnar. 2 Ragnars makes up for the inherently underpowered nature of it. Des Moines, Napoli, Worcester, Schlieffen, Vermont. For the side of VWO50. Shima, Ragnar, Delny, Stalin, Marseille, Moscow, Napoli, Kremlin, and Montana.
Freedom, but because we practice it.
Now, VWO50 is looking to close out the series. They need the win, and they go on to next week and don't have to play again. BN, if they lose, has to play again today. Also, with that, if BN wins, they force a deciding Game 3. So, looking into this, early push here for the side of VWO50 to see. Delny, Stalingrad, Marseille, Kremlin, Moskva. And then Shima, Napoli, Montana. Over to A. Ragnar, Napoli, Vermont going to A for the side of BN. And then Gearing smoking a Worcester up very aggressively here. And it looks like the Gearing, after he smokes up, he's going to ram the island and then try to back up into B. We'll keep an eye on that, see how it goes from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we look in here, Stalingrad, 14 kilometers away from me right now. He has 66,000 health. The Gearing spotted by his radar as the Gearing tries to push into B. Worcester and Ragnar also in a very aggressive position. This is a very aggressive positioning setup from BN right now, which is different than what we saw last time. Having the Worcester up on that island, I don't think I've seen a team put a ship on that island at the start of the game yet. Ragnar and Shima, both over here. Shima will know that, or Ragnar will know it's the Shima based off the Torps. He's going to back up into A. And we'll go from there. Now, radar out from the Worcester. They're going to see there's nothing there. Gearing's going to get B. This is an early aggressive take on B, and there's nothing to stop it, and I love it. Worcester looking at the Montana, going to take advantage of his range and just start spamming shells out onto Contrail. Contrail going to return fire with his back guns. Looks like they're a little bit... Oh my, that was actually some impressive blind fire almost onto the Gearing. Not enough to hit him, but still impressive. For the side of the Ragnar, just although too bad, is going to dive up to that island, and he is going to have radar, and it is going to be able to range the Gearing, but he's not used it yet. He's trying to stay dark and not take too much. Another chunk off him, down to 2,600. Another hit to 2,500. Some good blind fire there. I've been really impressed by both teams' blind fire. Now we want to watch what's happening over here. Harugamo of Lego Mr. Panda is down about 10,000 health. They've been forced well off C, and with the aggressiveness of having 6 ships for VWO on that side of C, that is a big, big advantage. And they're going to be able to push down that flank. The Marseille pushing down that flank. Delny just scouting. Now, Kremlin of Solgain is sitting outside C. Schlieffen, Des Moines, Hrugemont. This is a really interesting position for a Schlieffen, having him down here. And well away from C. The gearing of TAS 014 XIV, TAS, spotted by the Ragnar. Ragnar gonna be spamming on him. He's got 20 seconds of radar left. And the gearing appears to have beached, ladies and gentlemen. Let's zoom in. He has gearing backing up, trying to stay dark, but this is gonna be some damage for the next 12 seconds. And he is down to 13,000 health. He's going to get dark now, but he took a lot of damage there from the Ragnar. Ragnar going to be able to heal back up some of that he's took. And the Wooster now radaring him to keep him spotted and try to get the kill. Des Moines and Hrugemont sitting here outside. Points are ticking up. Both teams fairly similar, but BN is holding a narrow lead of 34. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, BN is going to have to pull away from C for right now. They don't have the forces to take it. There's going to be an A push here. Ragnar has radar ready, has not used it yet. He has got the Shimo right inside the range, but he's backing up, waiting for shells to be launched out at him, which haven't been yet, before he does anything. And here come the Napoli shells. And there's the radar. He's going to spot the Shima. See, the Shima is just staying at the edge, and now the Shima is going to dart away, even though, because he's detected Agar. And Fiship down to 6,500, but still alive. Now, Shimakaze down to 2,500, takes some more damage. Ragnar able to get into A cap. And go to A. He's hit. He's going to go dark, or attempt to go dark, take the cap. That'll give him bigger lead to the side of BN. BN is up 50 points right now, and they are down 70,000 health. Now, with the gearing of TAS being spotted again briefly, he's going to duck away, but he's down to 10,600. And we're going to go from there and see what happens. Wooster, sitting behind the island. TAS, down to 8,000. He's getting absolutely murdered by that Delny, who has a good bead on where he is. Delny continuing, just misses him. Delny thinks he's backed up, but he hasn't. He's managed to go forward and get around the island. That gearing's going to get away from that fight. But 2 caps to 1 for the side of BN. They've been in this situation in game 1, but it wasn't enough to pull out the win. Can they pull it out now? Ragnar of Just Although pushing towards B, looks like he's going to be contesting it against Nab. And we see that Moskva and Marseille still sitting there on the edge to try to hold BN. So we're starting to see a little bit of reallocation of resources from the side of VWO50, just what they can get. Gearing smoking up the Wooster. They're going to get the Wooster out of that spot and try to readjust him. You can see that curve being set up here. And now shots from downtown from the Stalingrad onto the Schlieffen. And we see BN making a very aggressive push here. Stalingrad shots don't get a ton, but the Schlieffen down to 50,000 and down to under it now. Marseille using his guns effectively against that Schlieffen. Schlieffen at 47,000 and healing. Schlieffen of Rainmaker takes another big hit from the Stalingrad, down to 40,000. On fire, 7 seconds until he's able to, he stops healing. Does he get dark? Here come the shots. Stalingrad launches out the shells. Looks like they will be behind, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll see. It's going to be tight. 39,000 health. Oh, and a big hit down to 10,000 health. He's down to 24. And he doesn't have DCP. He doesn't have heal. This might be the death for him. Marseille about to be able to pop up another salvo on him. And remember, even if he uses it right here, it's going to go away very quickly. Marseille has his reload booster in just over 15 seconds. And he's down to 17,000. Shells out from the Kremlin. Rainmaker might have gone too far forward. 5,600. Marseille should have him here, ladies and gentlemen, but the Stalingrad gets him first. And the first kill goes to the side of VWO50. They take the 1-0 lead, but maybe not for long, because Top Geared looks like he's about to be dead with these torps. And he knows he's dead. He's accepted it. And they get the kill back. 1-1 on ships. 150 point lead for the side of BN. And they want to push us to a game 3. Marseille of bad, although too good. Backing up now, being focused down by the Hugelo and Des Moines. Shells out from the Kremlin. This team is pushing up on the flank now. And we're now going to see the Ragnar of Just Although pushing into B, along with Montana. They're going to go aggressive, try to get B, and start closing that points gap, because it's grown quite a lot. It's up to 740 points for the side of BN. If they get too much more, it's going to make it very, very challenging for VWO to come back across. And one thing that's really hurting is they've got more health for VWO, but they've got a lot of very low ships. Fish ship, 2,500. The Marseille over here, 15,000. The Moskva, 32,000. Like, their health pool isn't in a great spot right now. Napoli working on banned CVs, Napoli. He's got a 16,000 health lead and a 2 heal lead. That's a pretty big gap. Now, with good although too bad going straight into A. He's going to stop that cap, and he's going to smoke up so that he can try to claim it. He is going to take some damage from the Napoli, not too much, but he's in the cap, and this is going to hold the points lead at 120. But the time is running out for VWO this game. Big hit onto the Ragnar. Absolutely smashes him. 13,000 health left and a heal coming. Looks like the Ragnar of Just Although Too Bad has been forced out, and now the pressure starts to mount. You got 3 minutes, but you need a kill if you're the side of VWO. And where do you find that kill, ladies and gentlemen, becomes the question. Looks like Good Although Too Bad is going to take the cap. It will not be enough to give them the win, but it will start to make the challenge. It will start to put the pressure on. Now only a minute separating lead times. Moskva down to 20,000, trying to clear across. Des Moines and Kremlin sitting on opposite sides of the same island. Marseille at 17,000. He hasn't used the heal yet. They're forcing the Kremlin around, which is going to force the Des Moines forward, and this is going to put a lot of pressure on that Des Moines. They're going to try to pinch him. Marseille using the heal. Harugamo's smoke is going to be lasting for a while there. And here comes the pinch. So, get ready. He's got the reload booster. He's got the guns faced. They're going to look to try to ram this Marseille straight into Jamie Mendoza. Say, you know what? We'll take the timing. And a massive hit. He may not even need the ram. Down to 10,000. Here comes the reload booster. Is it enough? It's not enough. They will take the ram, ladies and gentlemen, and that will tick the points down, give them a little bit extra time. Still not passed, but now it's down to 45 seconds difference between the two teams. And the Vermont healing up, but taking a lot of damage. Another big hit, 27,000. All shells going in crazy. Kremlin, long-range shot on the Vermont. Does it hit? The answer is, it kills the Kremlin. Downtown shot from Solgain, and that's going to be a ship lead for the side of VWO, and that was an 18K shot, 18 kilometer shot. A is being contested, which is giving the points lead back and keeping it in favor of BN. But B is about to be aggressed on as well, and this is going to be neck and neck, guys.
Everything is at stake. The enemy's victory draws near.
So the gearing of TAS. He's got to be careful. He's going to spot these, but is he going to turn in time? He's not. And Fiship gets TAS with the torpedo. A is capped for the side of BN, but they lose a ship for it. And they're down 4-3 on ships. And with 3.5 minutes left, this game is razor thin margins. Napoli pushing back in, should spot Band CV's Napoli soon. You would expect Good and Band to be fighting each other very hard here. Napoli is going to push into A because that'll make sense. He does not have any smokes left, and it's 40 seconds to the heel. Big AP salvo out of Good. Gonna get only about 4K on him, but he's going to get into the cap, and he's going to slow it down, which is what he wants. Kremlin has put the shots out, sees the Harugumo now, and the Harugumo is pushing up behind him. Kremlin running away and backing up in toward the mid. Wooster down to 29,000, doesn't have the heal yet. Shots are out, down to 19,000. Big hit from the Montana. Shots out from the Kremlin. He takes a torp. He uses DCPs, using a heal. Still feeling very healthy. Hits onto the Wooster. Wooster down to 15,000. Here come the Montana shells. Wooster going to heal up as well. The shells are in. Down to 15,000 again. But the heal is ticking him up nicely. Now, here's the big fight. Napoli. Heal is just about gone. He's trying to get the kill, but it looks like Good, although Too Bad's going to go down. That's going to put the favor back in the lines of BN. How much more damage does he get out? Is it enough? It is not. And that's going to give the advantage to the side of BN. BN, minute and 40 until they win. But actually, it's a minute 24. Can VWO find a way to stop this? Will getting into the cap in time stop it? Ragnar not speed boosting yet. And you gotta wonder if this is a narrow edge, is that gonna be the issue? Kremlin gets himself dark and runs away. Ragnar going into A. He's gonna stop it. Is that gonna be enough time for them to tick up? It's 2 points every 3 seconds, so it'll be 4 points every 3 seconds. That's gonna be narrowed, ladies and gentlemen, on if it's enough. That gap is still closing, but now, no, it's not enough time. But wait, what about if they take the cap? Will that tick it up enough? This is so tense. Will this be enough to tick it up, ladies and gentlemen, when the Ragnar takes the cap? They're 46 points away. They're 40 points away. They're 30 points away. They're 20 points away. Oh my gosh, this is going to be down to the wire. It's 14 points. It's 16 points. 8, 4, 2, 1, and they pull it off by the skin of their teeth. VWO takes the win and snatches it away from BN. What a game. What an absolute game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. And VWO takes the series 2-0.